Hello there. Welcome to Tap Blues into Breakthroughs. One of the hardest parts of healing after infidelity is dealing with all of the triggers. Those moments when something suddenly reminds you of the betrayal, making it feel fresh all over again. It could be a song, it could be a date, a place, a name, an occupation, anything really. And sometimes there isn't even a clear indicator of what brought it on. You're just suddenly there in it, experiencing it. So today we're going to tap to help you relieve the emotional intensity of the trigger. So think about a recent trigger that brought up those familiar waves of pain or anxiety, and notice how intense it feels. And we'll take a deep breath. Let it go. And start tapping on the karate chop point here. And I encourage you to make the words as personal to you as you can. So feel free to replace any of my language with more language that's more specific to what you are experiencing. Also feel free to get a little more, shall we say, colorful too. I will keep my language clean here, but sometimes a well-placed F-bomb does wonders, for me anyway. Okay. Even though this trigger has brought up so much pain, I deeply and completely accept myself. And I'm open to finding peace in this moment. Even though these stupid triggers come out of nowhere and send my emotions into an uncontrollable spiral, I deeply and completely love and honor myself. Even though sometimes I think I'm doing okay, and then these triggers come out of nowhere and punch me right in the heart. I understand that healing is a process. And I choose to show myself love and compassion. Oh, these triggers. They're so hard. They just show up and bring back all the pain. Sometimes they come out of nowhere and flood me with overwhelming emotions. It's like a giant punch in the heart. Just like I felt when I learned about the betrayal. These triggers show up and remind me of the betrayal all over again. It's too much to process. I can't control when they show up. They just resurface when I least expect it. These triggers bring so much pain and sadness. So much pain in my heart. It feels like I will never escape this. Okay, so now move back to the eyebrow and just tap. You don't need to say anything for this round. Just allow yourself to relax as much as you can. It's not always easy during these triggers. Just relax as much as you can as you listen along. You can close your eyes if it feels safe or comfortable to do so, or keep them open if closing them feels too intense. Just keep tapping on the eyebrow as you focus your thoughts on the trigger. And just notice any emotions or bodily sensations that come up. And try not to judge any of it. Just keep breathing as you notice and allow it. Now move to the side of the eye. And allow yourself to think about what brought this trigger on. Was it something you saw? Maybe seeing a place or a photo, or even just a vision in your mind that brought back a memory that you did not want to relive. These visual reminders can feel overwhelming, as if transporting you right back to the hardest moments. Moving under the eye now. Maybe something you heard brought the trigger on. The sound of a voice, a certain song playing, or even a silence that reminds you of what's missing. It's amazing how just a few notes or words can bring up so much pain, catching you off guard. Under the nose, did you smell something familiar? Maybe a cologne or perfume, or even a familiar place that reminds you of them, or of moments that you'd really rather just forget. Smells have this way of sinking deep into your memory, and they can pull you back without any warning. Moving down to the chin point. Maybe there's a taste that lingers. Perhaps something you ate together, or a meal that now feels bittersweet. It could even be the bitter taste of regret or disappointment rising in your throat. Just notice how your body responds to the memory, as if that taste brings back emotions that you thought you'd moved past. On the collarbone now. What about touch? Did you feel something? A texture? A brush against your skin? Or even a chill that brought back that painful moment? Maybe it's a tightness in your chest, or tension in your muscles as your body remembers more than you thought that it could. Under the arm. As you tap, let yourself feel whatever comes up without judgment. These senses may trigger strong emotions, and that's okay. You don't have to fight them right now. Just notice them. top of the head. Maybe it's frustration, anger, sadness. Maybe you're numb. Whatever it is, just let it flow as you tap, knowing that you are safe in this moment. You're here, and that is a sign of your own strength. All right, move back to the eyebrow and repeat after me. These triggers, whether they're sights or sounds, or smells or tastes or touches, they don't control me. I am tapping into my ability to process these memories and sensations. Releasing some of their power over me. I'm noticing how each breath and each tap releases a little more tension. And I know that with each round, I'm taking back control. I am stronger than these reminders. And I am letting them go. Little by little. Tap by tap. Okay, take a deep breath in. Let it out. And tune back in. Notice how you're feeling right now. Triggers can be incredibly challenging, but each time you face them, you're building your strength and resilience. And if the trigger is still really intense, or if it brought up more triggers, go through the session again. You can tap through each trigger individually to really diminish its effect on you. And as you tap through some of the more intense triggers, you'll likely notice that some of the less intense ones decrease as the more intense ones do, without even tapping on the smaller ones. Just keep at it. Just keep going. Keep tapping your blues into breakthroughs, one tap at a time. You can do this, and you are not alone. If this tapping session helped you, and I sincerely hope that it did, I humbly ask you to please subscribe to my channel so I can reach more hurting people and help them heal too. I want to, if I could just stop infidelity, it would be great, but I don't have that power. So my goal is to help as many people as possible just overcome this and reclaim their power and get their lives back. So that's my hope. And if you're struggling with something that I haven't yet created a script for, please let me know in the comments and I will do my very best to support you. So thank you very, very much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.